of DAO Clown Cup. This time we will have a look at the series between Foster and Dai. We are in the lower bracket, means in the bracket with the players with less than 1400 1v1 ranking. In this bracket we are in the group stage. The loser of this matchup will be eliminated from the tournament, unfortunately, whilst the winner will have a match against Corduran and fight with Corduran for another spot in the playoffs. So everything's on the line for these players. They have to fight for the tournament life, and we will see how it goes. Let's go. We have in blue in the south as Vikings Foster. Oops. And we have in red in the north Dai as the Franks. Let's have a look at the maps. First of all, we have a nice back gold for Foster. We have decent woodlines, actually pretty good woodlines, can easily fit 2 lumber cans. We have forged stone and kind of exposed stone, but this stone looks defendable, especially if you like wall here. Then you get this extra woodline, farming space, and you get this wall, which still can be reached, but it's fine. And I think especially you can't pressure both stones at once. Still, if you have a castle, for example, here, if you go for Frank Castle Rush or so, you still can deny a lot of minerals in this spot. And we look at relics. He has one relic very close, not very close to a gate, but kind of close to the walls. This one is in the middle, but it's closer to Foster's gate. This one is pretty close to his gate as well. And yeah, these one are kind of in between. But like this gate of Dai makes it a bit awkward for the monk to walk. Well, for Foster, I think it makes it even because of that, because the gate is pretty good here, and this woodline kind of blocks Dai of that relic. So I think the relics are actually quite in favor of Foster. And now we have a look at Dai's map. Dai has... Oh, will she lose? No, she will not lose the bill. Nice. Dai has a pretty safe stone, pretty safe gold. Actually lots of wood, not very thick wood lines, but this is enough wood lines. She has here a bit of a vulnerable spot. I think the minerals are better for Dai, to be honest. I think the woods are equal. Her farm space is a bit limited. I mean, of course, Foster doesn't have the best farm space either, but as I mentioned, if you wall here, then it's good. And then for Dai, it's kind of hard to secure additional farm space. And as I mentioned already, the relics should be better for Foster. So let's look at the vill counts. We have a vill lead for Foster, unfortunately for Dai. That is due to a little TC time, which Dai unfortunately already has quite a bit of. Then now let's look at the Civ matchups. We have, as I mentioned, Vikings versus Franks. Franks, of course, having a very strong eco with the faster foragers. Oh, this looks like a bad board away. Like, there are multiple reasons why this is awful. The first is that now the boar is pretty far away, which make it very hard to drop off food. So if she gets in danger of idling, then it's hard to drop off food without a lot of walking time, which is idle time. Also, in general, when they drop off food, you have a lot of walking time, which is idle time. And then you had all these villagers idling while shooting the spear, so that was a bit unfortunate. But back to the matchup, I think Franks have a good eco with the free farm upgrades and the faster foragers. But Viking, of course, having also very sick eco with the free wheelbarrow in Feudal Age and free handcart in Castle Age. And I think I would prefer the Viking eco. Besides that, unit-wise, Vikings have pikemen with their Castle Age tech that gives bonus damage to infantry against cavalry, but they don't have halberdier. I mean, they have more HP on every infantry, also on pikemen, so I'm not sure how good paladins would be against Viking pikemans. But then also you have the axemen for Franks, which could be very good against all the infantry spam of Vikings. So I personally, and you of course have arbalests for Vikings, but on arena, yeah, I mean, if you, an early push with arbalests could be pretty deadly. But I think in late game, Franks can deal with the Viking arbalests. So I think most of it will come down to if Foster can get a good, with his eco, can get a good timing with a tech advantage or a numbers advantage to push Franks, because they are fully boomed into Paladin, Axeman, whatever she plans on going on. I think later on the Trash War is actually better for Vikings, because I think you have pretty good skirms with Vikings, and also the pikemen are good, while Franks don't really have the best trash. Like the light cav is not very good. I think their halberdiers are fine, but I would still... actually... we have halberdier, but Viking that only has pikemen, even though they have a bit more HP. But then you can, with Viking, I think you can go for like not that gold intensive units, champions and so on. And you have then still Axeman for Franks. It could be quite even in late game actually. I take that back. Though I'm not really an expert on that matchup in late game. Yeah, we have a 2-vil difference here, but Dai is still not fuel age, so it's actually a lot more. And that's due to ITC time here, which is already 2 minutes. Which will make it very hard for her. Yes, besides that, let's see. We get a blacksmith for Foster. Where is his second building? Oh, actually, did I miss something here? Oh, I think I did miss something. He went for a super fast fuel age to get the free wheelbarrow. That's an interesting approach. I personally don't think it's worth it, but he went for a feudal boom with Vikings because of the free wheelbarrow. I don't think it was the fastest fuel age though. Let's see if we can see that. No, we can't. Wait. Where's stats? Where's stats here? No. Shit. I thought I could see in-game stats. I think I might have stats here. Ah, yeah. See, what is this? 10 minutes, right? No. Fuel, yeah, 10:58. I guess that's not the earliest, but I think it's still fine. I'm actually not quite sure. I'm not very good at these number things. So yeah, but he goes for a feudal boom, and of course has a 5-vil lead. And actually, oh, Dai is doing the same. So both going for the feudal age boom. I think with Franks it's even worse than with Vikings. Of course you get the free horse color, which helps. Then you don't have to add farms before you have horse color. But it's not worth it delaying your castle age that much. And yeah, we see eco balance wise, it's a bit weird for Foster because he has so much gold. And he's no market to sell it to click up, so that's a bit weird. I wonder if he like goes full monks or stuff like that, or if this actually is a fast in. Hold on, guys, this could be a feudal boom into fast in, but even then he soon has too much gold for a fast in. Let's see if he switches away and just goes for a feudal age boom into fast in. That's an interesting strat. And Dai soon will be able to click up. I like her eco balance a bit more. But also she has too much gold. What I didn't mention is you of course always have the possibilities to go for cheap castle drops with Franks, but it doesn't look like Dai wants to go for that. Oh, actually Dai added a lot of scouts. I didn't see that. So she wants to take relic control, which I think is fine. And I think she noticed that Foster does not go for military here. So she stopped going for units. And yeah, here we see, of course, it becomes a bit inefficient on the golds. And there's no fast in. Then I wonder what Foster is doing with his gold. I don't think that 15 farms are enough to get you to Imperial. I mean, it can be a relative fast in, but then you wouldn't get a barracks. Actually, I'm a bit confused what these players are going for. We will see, I guess. It will be more exciting because of that, I guess. So, but yeah, like Dai, like she could now, she just banked up 400 gold. If she's not going for a monk rush, then she doesn't need that much gold. So she can send these away to another lumber camp, which when we speak of it, she doesn't have. Which actually this doesn't look too bad, but it will get bumpy from now to then. It's 10 is a bit too much, even with quite a good position like this one. Let's look over to Foster. Same thing. I would love these walls and then get another lumber camp up here or get another lumber camp up here. But actually for him, they're all in a row, so maybe it's not too bad. And you have hand cards soon, so they don't walk too much anyways. Actually, it could be still fun. So we all have a range for Foster, who actually might be able to go for Foster. If he sells a stone, buys some food, he might able to do the fast im, and then maybe fast im arbalest rams. I don't know if your eco is good enough to afford all the upgrades, like the ram and the university and range upgrades. But yeah, he goes for an instant university and siege workshop, so that looks like a fast im. But then I would like him, like I like the strat, but I would like him to improve a bit the order when he goes to gold, because he has way too much gold and he's still on gold. I don't think he needs that much gold for this strat. So now Dai will probably add some monasteries because she invested in these scouts, so I expect her to pick up the relics. Both going for Bolso, I like that. Okay, she's going for an additional TC. And now the the monastery. Like, I like that you're going for a monastery and that you go for the relics, you're secure, but that's very far in the back. I mean, it's good when you get pushed to have the relics far in the back, but the monks will take forever. Monks are very slow units. It will take them quite a while to get there. But yeah, it might not matter because Foster is on the way to him. I don't think that relics will decide this game. Let's see. Will he mass rams on his way up? No. Actually, another thing I would like now... Actually, no. You need the food. I was thinking about abandoning farms and going to wood. Because you're going for no food unit, but only wood and gold units. But you want probably to have siege ram and all the upgrades cost a lot. Actually, you need quite a lot more food, so it's fine using the farms. This gold doesn't look too bad. He will use up a lot of the gold, and the gold he banked up, actually, now he can use quite well. And there comes the first round. This looks like a solid strategy, to be honest. What should Dai do in this position? I mean, it depends. Like, if she reads this somehow because of score drop or because of the very late castle age time, I think the best she can do is going for, like, staying on 2 TCs. She will have the better boom because she's not going up to Imperial Age and she has 2 TCs. It's actually not that much because of her horrible ILTC time, but she should still have the better room. And then if she all-ins into Knights with +2 defense, she at least has +1, so like, get +2 and then just hold against the Viking push. So this is what you should do in my opinion. I don't think that a castle can save you against siege rams, but it's... Well, he has 300... No, actually no, he needs all this food for everything. So I don't think he can afford siege rams, so maybe a castle might be able to do it. Like, this is the problem with these Viking push. It's like, the eco is so low that you kind of can't afford the things you want to have. Let's see how the relic situation is. We have 1 relic going home for Dai, second one as well. So good job on her for that. If she gets another monk out, then she might, like, depends if she can hold control of this relic, but she might get all relics. I don't think that Foster cares about that. He wants to end this game with his push. Interestingly enough, invests into the archer armor instead of keeping the food for example, chemistry or siege ram. But yeah, I guess some armor will be important, so let's see. I like the idea of a siege workshop for Dai, because she will have to deal with these crossbows, but I think she will have a problem of these archers outranging her mangonels. I mean, these are no arbalists yet, which is again because of it's a bit too early even for Vikings. They can't afford the things they need with that little eco. But yeah, you need to do the siege workshop at home. You cannot do it forward. Please delete it. Oh no, delete it, please. I think she lost the wood. But I like the armor upgrade on her knights. But I think she needs now to go all in knights. I think she needs a second and third stable. Yeah, she has enough wood. Like, drop 2-3 more stables. You will need to now push here. To hold here. And then you have the stronger eco, and then you can win this. But you need to get enough knights. So these are +2. No obelisks in yet. But these knights are a bit behind. And it's, like, this is super tricky here. Like, here you have to accept that you will lose a bit. Like, for example, abandon some farms, accept that you will lose some farms. So put a castle here and defend with a castle. And then wait till you have enough knights. Like, if you lose your knights one by one like this, then you will never get to the numbers where you can fight this. I think Dai could have won this. But I think she needs more stables. As I mentioned, like, these now are arbalists with 8 range. Your siege doesn't have the range to outplay the arbalists. This might become very ugly for Dai very soon. She's dropping another TC, which means she can't drop another castle. I'm not sure if she understood how much on the brink of death she is, and that she actually has a unique advantage and just needs to hold with all means now. You can give up a bit, like a bit of space, and maybe also farms here. But needs to mess up the numbers and hold. This is another knight dying. I think there was 2 more knights trying to kill the rams which are dying. This knight also goes to suicide, and yeah, slowly but steadily Foster gets to the upgrades he needs with this push. Now Dai trying to get the... Actually, I think she has the stone for a castle. She also gets a market. What does she want to buy? Wants to buy another 100 stone. But no, she bought all the way up to 800 stone. She doesn't know. She doesn't know that she gets the castles for so much cheaper. Oh, that's sad. Like, you could have afforded the castle way earlier, and that is way too aggressive. Like, you cannot defend this spot. Like, it's in his side, it's in his push direction. You'll never be able to get that up. Like, get the castle up here or here. I think actually Dai... I mean, of course, the idle TC time hurt it quite a bit, but I think strategy-wise, it wasn't the worst. And I think also from her play, like, she had good scouts, defending the relics, and she had knight production, went for the +2 armor. I think it was all very good stuff. I think she was in a position where we could have won this with, like, a bit better decision making. But I think, yeah, if Dai keeps on improving on these things and understanding the strategy a bit more, and then fixes a couple of small things, like get a better boar lure and less idle time in Dark Age, I actually think she could have won this game, and she can beat Foster. I mean, it won't be too easy. Like, I don't want to take anything away from Foster. This is a unique strat with a good early push. And he definitely deserves this win. He played this better. He played... Oh shit, I didn't want to do that. He played cleaner with the eco. And it was a good play with the Arbalest. So, well played to Foster. He really deserves this win. And he made use of the Vikings, of the strong Imperial Age. As I mentioned at the beginning, you want to make use of your early Imperial Age tech advantage, of your getting faster to Imperial Age with your Viking bonus. It was creative to go for the Feudal Age boom into Imp. I see what you wanted to do there. I personally think it's better to go for Castle Age fast and then with hand card go for a fast Imp. I even think it's better to add 1 TC because you will need the resources, because like Foster was very exposed to an all-in knight play from Dai because he couldn't afford chemistry, second armor upgrade, Ctram, Arbalest for a long time. And that means that you're in Imperial Age and you move out with your crossbows, but if the other player just massed knights because he expects it, because it was your late Castle Age time, this can backfire a lot. But in principle, I like this strategy with the early Imp, and it was creative. Yeah, so was a nice game. I enjoyed it. If you don't have anything else to discuss about this game, we can move on to the second game quickly. Yeah, we see here, like, Dai hold on with military for a while. She had good upgrades. She had +2 armor. And if she now invests to keep up with numbers, then she's not Imperial Age, but she has better boom. Then she can do this. We should see here, yeah. No, actually, Foster. I mean, she was dying in the end, and you have Vikings, right, with a hand card. That's insane. Actually, Foster having a way better boom, or at least a better economy. But yeah, it's I don't know how much. Also, like in the end, she idled so much and she died so much. So it's probably not quite accurate. So yeah, very good Imperial Age time. 23 minutes. That's very respectable. That's a really fast Imperial Age time. Really well played for Foster. Like, this is not easy to achieve. Okay, let's go into game 2. Of course, we can do that at the beginning of next game. Let's see what the second game brings for us here. Everything on the line now for Dai. I hope for a creative strategy. Foster, of course, is getting the 1-0. So we have Foster with Aztecs against Lithuanians on Dai. I think Lithuanians is a comfort pick for her. She also picked that in the first round in the first game, so we see her that being picked by her quite frequently. Let's go again over the maps. We have for Foster, forward stone, kind of forward gold, but he will. I don't think that it's easy for Dai to pressure both, and this one isn't too bad if you put a mining camp here. Good backspace, good wood lines. Berries also not exposed. This gold being also not that exposed. Looks decent. Let's look at Dai. Also, like, I mean, you have a lot of space in the back, but it's a bit awkward. This is very tight, and it's not really nice for mills with a lot of farms around it, and this is very far away. So I like the backspace of Foster more. Very good gold, very good berries. Also safe stone. I think the mineral advantage goes definitely to Dai. And yeah, I think besides the bit of an awkward back base, I prefer her map. We have also relics. This one very good, very close to a gate. We have this relic close to the walls, not that close to a gate though. Then we have this relic being kind of in between. If you look distance to the gates, yeah, it looks even. This should be Foster's quite obviously. This is also better for Foster, and this one is definitely better for Dai, so I personally see slight advantage for Dai. She does a good job by not losing any villagers to Boris, by the way. And I think the Lithuanian star could help her a bit with the idle to sea town. So maybe this will be easier for her. Let's talk about Civ matchup now. We have Lithuanians versus Aztecs. If we think super late game, if Lithuanians manage to get 4 relics, paladins, in big numbers, I think Aztecs will struggle. Because they don't have Halberdier, and I think it takes a lot of micro to, a late game, to do monks versus paladins in big numbers. And also the not having Halberdier. I mean, you have plus damage with Golden Voice on your pikes against +4 paladins. I think in very late game this is quite good for Lithuanians in this regard. Also having the Foster Halberdiers, having the Foster Skirmishers, having extra melee armor. No, Pierce armor? I think extra Pierce armor. So I like that. You of course have Atlatl for Aztecs. But I don't believe that it will come to this, because what Aztecs are, in my opinion, really strong at is a monk rush, a siege monk rush. And then Lithuanian knights are of no good, even with relics, because against monks, knights are not very good. I think that Lithuanians have, of course, a bit of an eco bonus early, but I don't feel them being too strong in early cast stage, where Aztecs, in my opinion, peak. So it'll be hard to defend against the Smush. Yeah, but let's see. I a lot of maybe mix with them pikes, because you could go for light cap of Lithuanians trying to defend it. You could also try for your own monks, I think. I think that actually would be a very interesting approach. I actually would like to see Dai do that. I doubt that she will. So I think it's not that popular around this elo, and it takes quite a bit of flexibility and adaptation. But I think if you just go for full monks here with Lithuanians, you actually might do best. This might be your best shot against the Smush. I want to check up right now, because if I remember correctly, Lithuanians have faster working monasteries, and I think they have a very good monk tech tree. And one thing that is very nice in these Smushes against Aztecs is the more HP of the monks for the Aztecs won't benefit, because you won't fight with units. You won't take away the Aztecs monk. You try to convert monks, and then you have the more HP monks. So it kind of takes away a bit from that bonus. Each monasteries work 20% faster. And let's look at the technologies you have available. You get actually everything. Yeah, you get everything with Lithuanians. So I think full monastery defense could be... Oh, wait! What am I looking at? Tech trees. We have a barracks here. So we have a very fast uptime for Foster. Yeah, only one on gold can do that, because you start with no golds. He should be able to pull that off. The uptime for Dai... Oh, she actually might be able to do this if she sells her stone and buys the gold she needs. Let's see what she plans on. I like her securing the stone and maybe even the gold and getting some more farm space, but yeah, it won't. I don't think it matters, because I still think that we'll see Aztec a push with Siege and Monks. Okay, now we need the buildings. Blacksmith on its way. Market on its way. And yeah, that's a castle age time for sure. That's a bit unfortunate. This is something I didn't do for quite a while. But if you build these buildings with 2 villagers, if you build with both villagers the first building first and then the second building, it will actually take longer and you will not make it in time because the way construction time is calculated is something weird, like it's like a fixed time and then divided by number of villagers plus 2. So if you build it with 1 villager, it's the third of the fixed time, and with 2 it's only a fourth. So it's obviously better to 2 times like have a parallel going with a third than after each other with a fourth. It's a bit of a math problem. I think I didn't explain it too well, but it's basically because of weird, unintuitive calculation time for the construction time that you should try to build with 1 villager each. And Dai again goes for very early loom. She did that last time as well, which hurts her because that is gold she needs for her castle age time. She also again goes for the eco upgrades before castle age. That's something you should do on other maps, but not on arena. And that will make her stay longer in fuel age and make her very susceptible to a smush because she won't have anything in defense. Besides scouts, she goes again for scouts. Yeah, Foster, very well done by Foster. Maybe even expect that because Dai was going for scouts last time. Goes for the spearmans. Goes for the armor upgrade. That doesn't look like a boom. This looks like a infantry monk siege push. Indeed. Dai is on stone, which could help against the siege push. I think it's a decent way of stopping the all-in push, which then maybe might help you to hold on with a better eco, but I still think that Aztecs then could go to him and continue their all-in push on imp with traps. So yeah. Let's look at the TC idle time. Dai again has quite a lot, so that puts her behind in villagers. I mean, she's actually right now ahead in vills, but she hasn't collected up, so that's why. And Foster is getting a wheelbarrow. I'm not sure if you're going to get a wheelbarrow, because I think wheelbarrow is primarily a... Actually, he's going for a lot of farms. Confuses me a bit, because only one barracks, and eagles hardly cost any food. So, I mean, he wants to sustain villager protection, and it's not that all-in-ish. Actually, 9 farms is fine. I'm not sure if it's worth it to go wheelbarrow here, because you have Aztecs, you have better carrying capacity anyways, and you're not going for a lot of second row farms, and you don't have that many villagers. But he was housed as well. Maybe it's also because he was housed. We have a monastery, so the forward... Yeah, we go for double monastery. Very nice. So there will be a lot of monks. I hope that Dai doesn't go for knights against this, but against Lightcath, because Lightcath get converted way slower and do bonus damage against monks, while knights get converted too fast. I actually don't even know if Foster needs the eagles, but the eagles can be good in raiding. If he gets into her base and gets the eagle warrior upgrade, maybe even +2 armor, then eagles can be very good for raiding, and of course it also is good for sniping monks. So yeah, I think eagles are good. Looks good for Foster up to now. Very good for Foster for having very few idle TC time. Also eco balance looks very good. I wonder if he has a siege workshop. He's a bit on the later side with the siege workshop. We talked actually a lot about the relics for Lithuanians, but of course relics for Aztecs are also super important because you get so much gold, and that's so important because you want to go for an siege monk eagle push, and that all costs shitload of gold. And that, on the other hand side, it doesn't cost much of anything else. So if you have good gold income, you can produce insane amounts of army without a good eco, because you only need gold. And mining gold is very efficient. You don't need to build farms for mining gold, so you don't need other resources to get the gold income. Okay, now we get the monk upgrades to make them tankier, but still scouts are very good against monks. We have Dai kill the monk. Maybe now it's better to run. Another monk snipe. Well played on her. Oh, he has a lot of conversion time already gathered. Well played. Now run away. That's hard to do. Okay, now she loses her. Oh wow, that's interesting. That's actually kind of close to what I wanted to see of her, like doing your own monks. So I think she will do that, and she will also do her own siege. That's super interesting. If she goes full monk siege, I think that strategy-wise it is quite decent against the Essex. Because again, like the more HP of Essex and kind of doesn't do so. We have very good siege. We have very good monks. We're Lithuanians. But she's so behind. Now, it's hard. She has a second castle, so she goes for an eco advantage. I mean, the idle CC time still hurts, so that's why she doesn't have one, and we were behind, so she's behind an eco. But she has more. She doesn't have much more farms either. Foster going for a lot of farms. I predict that. He's going for a lot of pikes. I guess that's why he needs so many farms. And now there's a lot of spear pikes. You will need a lot of skirms now, scorpions now, combined with a shitload of monks to convert all these, but I think you will need to go for an all-in on gold, like, she's way too little on gold for a good monk push, and she will need like 3-4 monasteries now. And we see, relic 3 and 4 going towards Foster, whereas relic 5... I'm blind, apparently. There's relic 5. Oh, that will be 5 relics for Foster. That's so good with Aztec. It allows him to spend so many units. And now we see... No, we don't. Actually, no. I was mistaken. And now comes the Siege Workshop. So actually, I like this from Foster. He's very patient. Like, he secures the map, denies the forward, doesn't rush up the Siege Workshop, but, like, first secures that he gets all the relics. And now goes for the Siege Workshop. But Dai could defend with a castle. Like last time we criticized a bit the location of her castle. And it was, I think, a bit late and a bit too aggressive. But yeah, now she can still get it up. And I hope she goes for a castle that defends a lot. I mean, this is in principle a good castle because it's right in front of the push that will come. So I don't dislike it completely. But it allows you to push from this side. So I want to see Foster pushing from this side and then just go around the castle. You can kill everything, just ignoring the castle. This is why I think, prefer the castle over here, like right next to these farms. That will be very hard, and you can still push from this angle a bit, and probably even from this side, but if you then get Botkin and put a bit in the way here and a bit in the way here, I think it would be easier. So yeah, let's see if Foster will do what I said. Yeah, I think he does exactly that. See that the castle is very much to the right side. Exposes her on the left side. Nice 45 walls. That might hold it back for a while. We saw the arson coming in, which is also quite nice for this push. I like that by Foster. Like again, we have something here from Dai that I mentioned last time, which is like sending in units one by one. I know it's like pressuring to have all this getting lost, and actually wants to convert that. That's a nice Foster. I love that. Going for redemption. Probably more against siege, but now he uses it to convert it. But like these cards that won't do anything. Like in these numbers, you will not be able to fight. You need to mass and wait till you have actually an army to contest whatever your opponent throws at you. Like, it hurts to let buildings fall, to give advantages away. Oh, Foster. Oh, Foster. Xolotl Warriors. He converted a stable, and he's going for full Xolotl Warriors from this stable. Well played on Foster for memeing it up a bit. I like it. I like it. Dai going for the eco approach. I mean, if she holds, I think she can do it. She's ahead 10 villagers now. Very good for going 45 walls. Like, that holds Foster away for quite a while. She's walling behind with a range. I would love actually a second gate here. Because it's over now. All the she opens the gate. Oh, lucky her. That she. Well, that's a cast, so you don't want to do that. And now you have a lot of rams. Now she needs to queue up immediate manglels, so that's what she does. So I think she still can do this if she gets enough manglels out. She will need to repair behind and get shots off on these rams because. Oh, wait, let's look at the range of these monks.
Okay.
They have 9 range, and I think mangonels have 8. So it's not that easy. Oh, it has 7 only. You should always get all that stats. Actually, with any smash. I mean, the call is completely correct from Dai. Like, well played on her. Like, rolling behind and going for mangonels is the right play. But it's so hard when there's also monks that convert into siege. But yeah, up to now, they didn't manage to do it yet. It's only 4 rounds, it's not too much. Oh, delete the mangonel. I think we need to delete. I mean, she could have run away immediately, but now she will lead the scorpions. She needed to delete there or to run away immediately. She might keep. No, she won't keep a single one. Very good wall behind action though. I like that. I like that. That's very good in her. And now she will need to play very well. Like get the right angle. Like you need to move always to the angle away from the monks, and get a couple of shots off on these rams, and then move away again. But yeah, she does a good job. I mean, it's not easy to defend against a smash like that, and she does a good job. But yeah, again loses a mangonel. As I said, it's very hard. No, don't lose a mangonel. Please, please don't lose a mangonel. No, it's getting hard. Yeah. Oof. Oof. And I don't know why Dai is going skirms. I mean, against pikemen, I guess. I don't think skirms will do anything here. Oh, mangonel micro die. But yeah, she will lose that one as well. Because Aztec monks are way too tanky. Like, you don't even kill them with one shot. I think she could have just went for the conversion here. But she still slows him down. He though isn't that much all in. He has still 2 TCs. So he will. We see here will go up for him right now. I think Dai isn't too far as well. And Foster's still very far away from... No, this is way too close to the monks. Oh, into the Zolotl Boreas. Good shot, but now we need to delete after the shot. Delete! Delete now! She could have got another shot. Actually, she's getting quite a lot of shots. Interesting. Good. So Imperial on the way for... Wait, wasn't I kind of close? Oh, she won't... Goes for full light test here. Yeah, so that will mean no imp for Dai. Which is sad, because she could have maybe done some trap stuff. As crazy as it sounds, how bad are Arbalests of Lithuanians against the monks who they even have Arbalests? So, no. Elite Skirm maybe. Maybe Heavy Cuff Archer. I don't know how much she could have done in Imp. She's on 4 TCs now. We now see Atonement, which means that Foster will be able to convert Lithuanian, the Dai's monks, but yeah, it's too late for that. She won't go for full monks. She goes for the stables, which is okay, but she doesn't have relics. I mean, against Eagles, Zolotls, and Monks. Let's look at the micro here. One converted so far. I think again it's a bit impatient from Dai. She needs to mass before she can go in there. And then maybe she, like, Foster didn't look like he was the most ready for that. So if she massed like a lot of light cav, but then these monks have so much HP, 65 HP. Now we get printing. Probably also illumination, there it is, and theocracy for which it's a lot easier because you can convert with all monks the same unit, and only one monk will lose faith, so all the other monks can convert the next target.
Hey.
Okay. Oh, that will be a huge shot! Actually, it's not that bad, but that Mangonel is also quite wounded. Still no attempt for Foster to go for a castle and traps, which I would personally like. But yeah, she's floating a lot of food. I mean, he's going for the full Zolotl meme. Like, well played for Foster for giving us a full Zolotl army. That is quite nice. You don't see that every day of the week. Sniper maybe in Mango. I don't think she would. Actually, she might get it. Yeah, she would. But still, like, that Mango is not even doing much. You will lose again your army. You need to wait till you have enough army so that you can really challenge Foster. Foster is also floating a lot of wood, so he actually could just drop 20 barracks and spam halberdiers and get to 200 pop, which is, even like that, not too far off. Dai, she's at least 117, she has a very good boom, and now she goes for light cap. So let's think about this. These Eagle Warriors, they don't have the best upgrades, so I don't think they will be too good against light cap. These monks, I mean, they are very tanky with 75 HP, but I think against light cap they might still struggle. And Zolotl Warriors is not a good unit, so they will also struggle, I think. He even converts the light cap. Oh my. Because the problem is, the light cap have to go away all the way around here. Like, it's too much time to convert them. But I'll plan on Dai if we're going for light cap. I think it's the right unit. But again, it's like, you need to wait until you have enough to face him. Like this, like if you look at the KD, it's not that bad. I actually expected it to be worse. Because I think if you take a lot of these small engagements, you can really win. And normally what happens is that you like run with 7-8 units against 30, 60 actually, and then you lose everything for very little. I don't know why Dai is going for a ram push. There's no ram building that threatens her, and I mean, of course, like taking this out with rams would be nice, but she's nowhere close to being able to defend these rams. Actually, Foster's going for the best play he can go for you and just convert the rams, but it's close to the castle. It's a lot of warriors fighting the light cap. I mean, say about Zolotl Warriors would be one, but they're better than light cap for sure. Actually, good Mangonel shot in range of the castle. Well played for a Dai. Actually, something she did, was in my opinion really good, is getting bot kill, because you want to fight with your castles. So well played on her. So now Foster realized, okay, I probably will need traps to finish this game. Actually, nah, she won't get too much damage with rams, and she could just give 4 rams to conversions, because now she's quite far away from the castle. Just go down. Was a bit of a weird play with the rams. But yeah, if Foster went for a stone a bit earlier, then this wouldn't give Dai so much time. She's actually floating a lot of gold. Yeah, if you look at the eco balance, like Foster could be taking this gold. Ah, this is a bit too exposed. Probably even could take this gold. Could take a lot of gold, and then probably even could sell a lot. And then this wouldn't be... then his eco wouldn't look a bit unbalanced. But yeah, like, still well played to him for getting a very significant lead. But Dai still, if you look at the score, she holds on. Like, I think she defended that very well. Like, it's not easy to defend against an Aztec rush, especially if you're so far behind in cast range. So she did a reasonable job doing so. We get now ballistics coming in. I wonder what that is for. We don't see a single range unit. Maybe for the castle, but Dai shouldn't go out. Dai is on her way to him. So she has 3 castles to 1. Actually, that could be an interesting trap war. Really well played for Dai. I think Dai is like 300 or so ranking behind Foster. And that's like holding on like this is very good. Of course, Foster went a bit of a mini play with the 27 Zolotl Boreas. But if she then produces traps out of every single castle, that actually could work. And now we see Heresy coming from Dai, which of course is good against the monks, but I think in late game the monks won't matter too much. And it's 1,000 gold, guys. It's 1,000 gold. And you don't have any relics. You almost ran out of gold. You have no map control. I don't think you should invest 1,000 gold. Like, your bank is basically all you have. Plus 700. Plus 200. So she's now to 2,000 gold. That should be enough to tech into all the trash she needs and then go full trash. But better get like get traps with that. Like, you need traps now, and you will just run out of. Oh, big fight! Another Gone voice coming. But you're almost Imperial Age. I don't think you have to rush out with like but you're mobile. You can always run back to your castle. We might see the Zolotl Warriors clashing with the Light Cav. Ooh, let's zoom in on this. This is Light Cav versus Zolotl Warriors. Gold army. Oh, the Zolotl Warriors actually is idling a bit, but now fighting under the castle. No fletching though for Foster. The Light Cav are running. I think the Zolotl Warriors is still too good. We see all the monks. And this is a big choke point for the monks. I think the Light Cav can't really get to the monks. I mean, you have Heresy in, but I mean, your Light Cav still dies. So, oof, but the traps, I would like traps out of, she goes for conscription. That also helps with the track protection. And we actually have a castle with like 19 on which you get zoned. You kind of rush that Foster, but then not going for traps at all. That's interesting to me. We get the armor upgrade, we get hoardings. Well played on that for Dai. Ooh, she will need, I think she will need the good Lithuanian skirms. Oh, a tower! Actually, I think that tower makes the wall worse and not better. They only have 1000 HP. Actually might make and it's not doing that much. She's getting another castle. This like it. This is your entire army. Oh, the villagers will give away the castle. There's a lot of Boreas into action again. What are they fighting with, by the way? It's a club, right? Yeah, it's a club. Nice, a lot of Boreas. I don't know if they have any bonus damage against anything. I want to check that out. Let's go with Zolotl Boreas. I hope I'm pronouncing them correctly. I have no idea. Actually, is she getting... Oh, this is a sneaky Townster. Maybe you can get some stone like that, but it's in the vision range of Foster's converted range. So Zolotl Boreas, no, they don't get any bonus damages. So, yeah. But yeah, we see the traps here, killing the only castle of Foster, and you should be able to defend against C-Trans with the Light Cav if you don't throw them all away. And still, like, look at the bank of Foster. Ah, he is. Oh, never mind. He is Popcat. Oh, please, wall it. No. I see so much potential there for Dai. Like, if you don't let them, and if you wall there a bit quicker, you don't lose all these traps, and you can even like eject these relics then. But now you have all these Zolotl Warriors inside your eco probably. Although he Foster? Okay, he runs away with these. But now, Dai, like... she is quite good on the... She's 50 farmers. Can she not afford Hussar? She can afford Hussar. I'm like 99% sure that Lithuanians get Hussar. I get a bit of a raid. That actually Dai can defend that. But no more it comes. Like, she wasted a bit too many units in the entire time. And now, I still want to see the... just Actually, Foster ran out of wood. He can't go for the full heavy use flood. And now Dai needs to be careful. She shouldn't lose a castle to the castle. Yeah, nice. Good onager. Not an onager. It's a manual. Now we see Atlatl, so probably a skirm transition. Oh Dai, please come home with your light cast. You need to defend this castle. You can reproduce these villagers easier than you can reproduce your castles. And she's not producing. She's sitting on 1300 food, but she's not producing. Oh no, this castle goes down. That's a bummer. She needs these castles, especially because actually Foster has new castles, but these are super forward. You might even be able to trap these, and then you can hold for so much longer. Now Hussar, finally, nice. Just go Hussar and defend against the Rams and trap down all his castles and prevent him from getting enough traps to trap your castle. You might be able to defend for quite a while. She has full upgrades on her Hussars, so that's very good. She even still can go for the tower shield skirms if she needs to with the trash. I don't like Foster's production queue. He went down to 50 army, of which are 33 monks. And I don't think that in the long run will be good against Hussar. I mean, here, let's see. It's not really trying to... Hey, see this? Of course you have theocracy, so if you convert with all the same Hussar, you only lose faith on one, but it takes too long. If you convert them with theocracy, like one by one, like converting them takes a bit long, and then in the long run, I think Dai will win that. But now he goes into the full pikeman, so I think we will need the tower shield skirmishers for Dai. That she took, like she lost like 15 farmers to the raids, and she's a bit slow on producing those. But yeah, because she needs all the food she has for the Hussar to hold here somehow. But Dai still lives, so yeah, well played on Dai again. A 2 holds against the Mimi strat. And now comes a castle for Foster. But Dai will get a lot of stone from that, I think, until Foster pushes that away. So the 100 stone might pay off, and she will need this stone. Because the castles are kind of her defense here. And also, like, Foster let her get up this castle, which in my opinion never should have happened. And that is why Dai is getting gold back. Like, will allow her to fully tech into skirms, which she will need at some point against the pikemen. Now we see the monks, but they will run into the castle as well, I think. Oh, Foster. I don't think you want to do that. Foster? Is Foster giving a gift to the Lithuanian gods? Oh, this is like Hussars hitting away on all the monks, which they have incredible bonus damage against. Oh wait, like Foster wants to go for the meme. I think he realizes that Dai doesn't have much military, and that he hit her farming equals, so she might struggle producing. Yeah, but I think he wanted to go for redemption, converting all their buildings and all their builds, but he stood in the castles for quite a while and lost all his monks. Oh, Foster! Yeah, but yes, he massed a lot of siege rams, and now Dai will need all the Hussars to defend. The pikemen also dying here to the castles. And these walls actually hurt Dai because she can't reach the rams to rescue her castle. And now this castle might fall as well. There. Well played on Foster for garrisoning her pikemen inside the rams so the castle can kill the pikemen. Yeah, he's also not garrisoning them, so he only garrisons what he needs. That's also a good play. So we have some that are not killed by the castle. Now he fights the builds. And that should go. Yeah, sad. Dai now go for the cannons, which can be good against rams, I think. But yeah, all in all, just Dai not being able to mass up enough military. I think she had a shot at this game. I think Foster gave her an opportunity to win the game, but in the end, Foster I think is the better player. And he did this well. He took his good old time, but he added a second TC. Oh, actually, Dai going for the Capman push, but she already lost all her builds, I think here, and the stone's already mined. So I don't think this castle matters too much. She will lose her entire base. But yeah, well played on Dai for during sniping that castle. Although I think she should have concentrated on this fight. Now Elite Eagles and with full upgrades, even Golem Wars. Yeah, this is over. So this is the end of a tournament run for Dai. I feel a bit sorry for her because she had a super hard group. She had a group with like only 1,350 plus people in a bracket that only goes to 1,400, so she had a super tough group. I'm sorry for her. I think, especially this series, she did play well. I see potential in her. I think her late game decision making is good. I think her late game in general was okay. I mean, she's not too slow in the beginning, but there's a lot of idle time problems. And is this a GG or am I lagging? Oh, apparently I had a little lag spike. Yeah. Foster playing was patient, building up eco while smushing, so not losing too much eco. Yeah, good trap snipe here by Dai. So, but yeah, the Foster secured the relics. He knew that he had time because he probably expected that he could hold with his army and map control and relic. But yeah, I think against a better player, if he gives that much time, and then the Lithium player just booms up, has a way stronger eco, and just an Imperial Age rushes you down with a big army. So yeah, but Foster also he always felt that he had a grip on this game, and yeah, well played on him. I mean, he threw away his monks, but I don't know if this was a meme, and now we see the GG. But he did a good job with the redemption conversions on the mangonels. But yeah, also Dai, nice 40-foot wall, and one behind, going for the mangonel against the rams. Yeah, Foster, like, very nice. Foster going for the respect to Dai, which I think she deserves. Yeah. So that's it. Of course, we saw Solotl Warriors. Not only one or two, we saw 27 Solotl Warriors. I think he starts messing them up again. So thank you, Foster, for messing up the Solotl Warriors. Oh, we have... Oh, okay. Was it... Like, I saw one spike, but... Do I have, like, multiple performance spikes? Because normally I don't have these, and... what are CA performance recommendations? I actually don't know these. I should maybe check that out. Yeah, but yeah, I noticed that I had issues one time before, but normally I think I don't have performance issues, but yeah, maybe I'm overestimating my computer a bit. So yeah, if you're still here, I would be excited if you could tell me if these were more often or if it was a one-time thing. I also, like, most of the time I have internet problems, so that might also factor into that, but I think my internet right now is fine. Let's see. Yeah, but I think it was a good series. We had interesting stuff. We had the Smush, we had Zolotl Warriors, and we had Vikings with an early push, so yeah. Oh shit, there were a lot of spikes? Okay, yeah, then actually I think what I do then is I try to Google what these capture age performance recommendations are, and I will see if I can fix these. Maybe that's in post-sim. Maybe I struggle a bit in post-sim. That could actually be. I think I closed everything. That might still take away computer. So yeah. Thank you for the feedback. I will try to work on that. Then my idea is I will do another series, which is Halfton against shit. Now I forgot the name. Give me 1 second. I will have it in a moment. Mistress. I think that's what? I hope I didn't mispronounce your name. But I think it was Halfton against... No, against Lottie, of course. Yeah. So it was... Now next is Halfton against Lottie. And that's a final, a group final. So they're fighting for a spot in the playoffs. But before we go to this, I will restart I will try to fix my performance issues. So I will close the stream for a bit and then come back on later and do the second series. Yeah, besides that is of course unfortunately the end for Dai. Foster will have the chance to fight for a spot in the playoffs against Corduan. And yeah, with that, I will try to get my PC running a bit smoother and see you later, guys.